Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to look at databases. We're also going to look at database queries. We're going to look at what they are and how to create one with a practical example. What are databases? Well, they hold data, and what makes them useful is they can be queried. And we'll find them in many different places: schools, colleges, doctors, companies, to name but a few. It's important to distinguish between a spreadsheet and a database. Spreadsheets hold small amounts of data, whereas databases store large amounts of data. Spreadsheets are used to present data graphically, whereas in a database wouldn't really do that. We'd more likely to display as report and graphical table. We can sort and filter data in both of them, but what makes the database useful, and what we're going to look at today, is that query function that we've got. It's very powerful, can give us all the information we want. So what are queries? Query means a question. I want to find out information from my database. To make the query effective, I need to narrow it down using criteria, and we're going to look at some examples of this. So if I want to search for two values, I may use OR, and you can see in the criteria there I've got two values, Rayleigh and the number there, 27513. So my search results will produce results that contain both of those values. I also might want to use operators on numerical values. For example, greater than, less than, or equal to. And in this example here, we can see that I want to find all the lengths that are greater than 10. So that will give me all the lengths that are 11, 12, 13, 14, etc. You can notice the greater than symbol in the criteria here. I may want to use a wildcard when I know part of the phrase, but I don't know all of it. Or in my practical example, I want to find the words blue water where there is blue water 1 and blue water 2. And if I just simply typed in blue water into Access, it wouldn't give me the result because it doesn't recognize that there's blue water 1 and blue water 2. It would just search for blue water. So if I type in like and then in quotation marks blue water and star, it will bring me all of the results that are related to blue water. So now we're going to go and look at a practical example. So I've got a database here and I want to narrow it down and find specific information. The information I'm going to find is in this exam question. Let's just have a look at how the database is set up. I've got my field name there. I've got the data type, which is text, number, and a lookup, and I've got a description. So we'll go and look at a question. Simon wants a list of holidays that are live aboard, 7 days duration, use blue water dive boats. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is close the table, and I'm going to click on Create, and I'm going to do Query Design. And I double click on the table that I want here on the right, and I double click on all the fields because I want them all in my query, like that. Okay, I'm just going to close that and close that there to maximize it out. So the question said live aboard. Okay, now that live aboard or day boat, that's really simple because I'm simply going to type in live aboard here into my criteria. Now it's really important that when you type that in, that is typed exactly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it step by step. I'm going to run the query to make sure that I've narrowed it down to live aboard. So you can see all the live aboard fields there. There's nothing that is day boat there. So back to design view. And now I'm going to do 7 days duration. So number of days, 7 in the criteria. Again, run step by step, and that's narrowed it down to 3. My next thing to do is to narrow it down to blue water 1 and blue water 2. So go back to design view, and here I'm going to go to design dive boat company and type in like to do a wildcard. Now this creates a wildcard like blue water. Now, if I put a star there, close quotation marks, and I run this, you can see that it's narrowed it down to blue water 1 and blue water 2 using my wildcard. What my wildcard has done there is allowed me to find all the blue water boats 1 and 2. Because if I just type in blue water, that won't work. It won't produce any results at all. So using this wildcard here of like and then quotation marks blue water and then the star, which represents a character after that, 1 or 2, blue water 1, blue water 2, I can narrow down my query results to find all the blue water boats, the blue water 1 and the blue water 2. And here are my results. So back to the question, I need to filter it down further. So the next thing I'm going to do is show these fields in this order: holiday ID, region and country. So going back to the database, if I go back to design view here, what I can do is untick the boxes that I don't want. So it's holiday ID, region and country. I don't want dive boat company, so I uncheck that box. I don't want number of days, so I uncheck that box. I don't want liveaboard or day boat, so I uncheck that result, that box there. If I run it again, you can see it's narrowed it down to 3 there. But what it says it wants me to do is show them in this order: holiday ID, region and country, and they're not in the correct order. So what I want to do is drag region over here. So now it says holiday ID, region and country. Again, viewing it as I go there. Okay, I'm happy with that. Last part of the question: be sorted in the descending order of holiday ID. So go back to design view there, and holiday ID needs to be sorted into descending order. Now, descending means Z to A, or 10 down to 1, for example. Ascending is A to Z. So remember, descending, I'm descending the stairs, I'm coming down the stairs. Ascending means I'm going up the stairs. So this should be in descending order. And if I go to datasheet view, I can see that holiday ID is in descending order there, because it goes from M to E, which is in descending order. And that completes the question. That completes running the query, creating the query, running the query, and then sorting the results. Thanks very much for watching. I hope this has been useful. Please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.